Alrighty folks, time to review the groups. This is December 31st, 2024, and I am reviewing the groups from yesterday, December 30th, 2024, so a day after. Alright, so got the Riley Defense AKM scoped finally, and got the Midwest Industries scope mount mounted to it, and I gotta say it's a pretty good scope mount. A little bit of a hassle. I know I said a little bit yesterday, but it turns out when you to tighten it to the rail, which this feature is actually pretty good. I'm glad they added this to it. Is you got to move, you got to push up on the mechanism that locks it down and twist that nut there to tighten it to the rail. And I'm glad they got that because it's no two AKs are the same, especially when it comes to the rails, scope mount rails. But the instruction manual they offered for my scope mount was for a red dot. I'm sure it probably encompasses probably close to the same information, but if you're going to put instruction manual in for something, it's best to do it, but have the instruction manual for the specific product. But that's besides the point. We got it figured out. Anywho, so I started sighting it in yesterday, and after I got it sighted in, that was funny. I uploaded a short showing sighting it in to YouTube, and everybody disliked it because they thought, the idea of sighting in your scope and having a few shots, getting it to track, apparently is too hard for the average, sort viewer to fully comprehend. I've noticed that the dislikes have been going down on that, and I think I've been laughing my ass off all night on that. But anyway, after I got it sighted in and started trying to make decent groups, I did the first group testing with this Soviet Arms 122 grain full metal jacket 7.62 by 39 by Palmetto State Armory. This is some new stuff that they have made, and I managed to get two decent groups. This group here was the first few shots out of the gun before I moved the scope again, and I got 4 shots into a 2 MOA group out at 100 yards, which for an AK is not too bad, especially with this ammo here, with it being 122 grain. Now with my M70 Z-Pap, my M70 Z-Pap prefers a 123 grain. And with this having like the same twist rate, this is a Riley Defense, not an M70. I assume that it would probably group quality 123 grain really well. But for 122 grain with new ammo that's not been on the market too long, I'll take 2 MOA. And then my second group came out to be 1.45. Now, I did manage a 1.45 group, but it would do some, as you can see here, it was trailing shots up. It was like every other shot would go up. Not sure why, but then like the next one would go into the orange. And I managed a 1.45 MOA group with 4 shots. So, that's even better. Just a little bit under 1.5 inches. Then I tried that red and green box GBA, I think it's called. It's like a 122 grain bullet, and I couldn't get it to group at all, just all over the place. I mean, I got a group there, but I don't know if that's from the GBA or Privy Partisan. And then when I grouped the PPU M67 stuff here, 123 grain bullet, I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In a group. Again, I don't know which ammo that came from. It could be from the GBA or the PPU. Either way, I got 4 to group there, and it was 2.25 MOA at 100 yards. So kind of in between those two there. So all in all, I mean, this is my first ever rifle scoped AKM. And what I learned is that the rifle is fine. Now, I will say, let me back up here a moment. I did have one failure to extract with this ammo. So I'm assuming one of them wasn't sized right. And my dad, he was over there with his Remington. And he said that he was watching my shells come flying in and that they were kind of erratic. Like a bunch would go up and then two would go off. And with ARs and M14s, if you have consistent ammo, it will eject from the gun consistently. That has been seen with all my AR-15s, all three of them, and my two M1As, and my AR-10 as well. You know, consistent ammunition will all group in the, like the casings will eject from the bolt, from the receiver, in a consistent pattern on the ground, just like they group consistently out of the barrel. So he was noticing that this ammo was kind of ejecting erratically out of the AK. So, and it shows, you know. I mean, I got 4 here, but, you know, kind of all over the place. But anywho, with this being my first scoped AKM, I have an EOTech on my M70, but that's for more up close work. This is for distance, or trying to be, you know, distance in a 100-yard rifle, basically. I am going to have to get some more quality 7.62 by 39 and run through this and see if that makes any difference. I looked up on the internet, typed in a question like, you know, what's the most accurate 7.62 by 39, and there are several people that had given answers over on Reddit of what quality 7.62 by 39 they have out there. I took a few screenshots of the names and the brands, so I'll buy some of that and run through this and see how it performs. But all in all, I'm happy that I've got it. This was something I've been wanting to do, put a scope on my Riley Defense. I've been wanting to scope this one for a while, but it just kept getting away from me. I'd get another gun, or stuff would come up, require money. But this is a project finally completed. Now I've got an optic on my Riley Defense, and I will find ammo that will shoot good in it, and, you know, do accuracy tests like I'm doing right now. So anywho, this has been Pliskin by 51mm. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. There will be more work done with the other guns and this gun to come, so stay tuned. 2025 is going to be here within a few hours. And it's going to be a whole new year of opportunities because Trump's in office and we don't have to worry about some stupid shit unless crazy shit happens that's, you know, out of everybody's foreseeable idea of what's going on. But so far everything looks like the horizon looks kind of bright for 4 years. So, you know, at least in the gun world. So, that's what I've got for right now, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.